Good morning, everybody. RV living with the geezer and Blanca, of course. She's moseying around. Chilly morning here. It's 41 right now, but there's a little wind blowing, and I don't know if you'll hear the wind in the camera. I don't know if it's blowing that hard, but they said it makes it feel like it's 33. So I actually think we went straight from summer up here to winter. I don't think we're having a fall this year. So yeah, we're out here on the Raised Wright Ranch. It's Friday morning, and yeah, looking forward to this weekend. We're going to celebrate our Thanksgiving this weekend. But this video I want to show you, I've had a couple of people ask me to do a video on, I had the propane problems a while back, and they asked me to do a video on how I solved that, what the problem was. So this will just be a short video, guys. I checked the tanks, and the tanks were okay. Propane tanks now, they used to in the old days, you know, when I had first started having RVs, propane tanks came with gauges. They were right here on the valve, and they'd show you how much was in them. And then they passed some crazy safety law or whatever, or maybe it was needed, I don't know. But they don't put gauges on the propane tanks anymore. They can't. And so you just have to, you know, when you have a dual tank system like this, when you run out of propane, you just walk outside and switch over to the other tank. And so the tanks were good. You know, I couldn't get any propane to anything in my trailer. So came out and I checked the tanks, and I thought maybe they were empty, you know. I said, well, and so I took them down, get them filled, and the lady that cuts my hair, she also fills propane. And I came back to get my tanks. She said, honey, those tanks they don't need filling. They're full of propane. So so I eliminated that. Calculatus eliminatus, as old Rusty says. So, you know, I wasn't getting propane to anything inside, so I knew it wasn't the individual appliance or whatever. So this is the old regulator, so I said it has to be the regulator. So I went ahead and found a regulator on Amazon, and see that's a dual regulator. That little handle right here, you just point it towards the tank you want to use, and you see, here's the new one I put on. There's the new one. See, it's pointed towards this tank over here. And then this tank is closed off, of course, and this one is fully open. And when you open a propane tank, when you get everything hooked up and you open a propane tank, you open it very slowly, because if you rapidly open it, it's got a little check valve in there and it'll lock up. It's a safety feature. So you open it just real slow. And just like I said that, real slow. But anyway, I ordered this. It was $45 on Amazon, and it's pretty good because it comes with both hoses. These hoses right here, it comes with those, and these are just hand tight. You put them on snug, hand tight. You don't tighten them with the wrench. And then the only thing you have to unhook to replace this thing is the supply line coming in right down there at the bottom, right there. And on the old one, it's got this fitting. See that brass fitting right there? It's got that fitting, and you need that to adapt it to your size of your supply hose. So I could not get this fitting out. The only thing I had was a crescent wrench, and it kept slipping. You know, it's just not the right tool for the job. And so I really wanted to get my propane going, so I had to go buy And a hardware store has those fittings, that brass fitting. Went and bought that, and that was $11 for that one fitting. But put that fitting on there and hook the supply hose up. And then, like I say, you just turn your lever to the tank you want to use. And I was back in business. It took me about, once I had that fitting on there, it took me about 5 minutes to replace it. So, and I'm going to take the hoses off of this one and save them, because these hoses, even though I've got this nice cover, I got this cover, you know, that covers my tanks up where the sun won't eat up these rubber hoses, but they will eventually get cracks in them and wear and tear. So I'll have this regulator. It, you know, of course, it was on the trailer when I got it. It's like 2 years old. It should have lasted longer than that. I looked it up, and they say average life of one on an RV is 10 years. So it went out pretty quick. So hopefully I get a little longer out of this one. But I will have spare hoses in case I need to replace a hose, because they're all standard size. They're all the same, you know. And yeah, there's your lockdown system for your, you know, so they won't go anywhere when you're traveling. But yeah, a couple of people asked me, and they said it would be helpful. You know, I think one lady asked me and said she doesn't even have an RV yet, but she's you know, probably going to get one, and she'd like to know how to do these things, because I tell you what, you can save yourself a lot of money if you know how to do the basic stuff and not have to hire one of these. These RV techs are high, and finding some areas it's easy to find them, and other areas I've found it's been hard to find them. So, but they're high. You know, they'll charge you just like an appliance repairman. They'll charge you a minimum trip charge just to come out. And my gosh, you don't want to pull your RV into a dealer to have any work done on it if you can get away with that at all. They'll keep it. I mean, people that live in them full time like me, they'll keep the RV for who knows how long. I've heard horror stories, you know, months before they even start working on it. You know, so mobile RV tech is the way to go. And if you've still got stuff under warranty, check with the RV tech, and a lot of them will do warranty work, you know. So yeah, that's the way to get it done, guys. So anyway, that's replacing the regulator on a RV. That's a dual tank system, and some RVs only have one tank, but you still have to have a regulator. You just wouldn't have the little switch over on it. You know, the pressure has to be regulated when it comes out of the tanks down to it's a pretty low PSI. So all right, guys, I guess I'll let y'all go. It's gonna be a beautiful day. I hope it warms up a little bit. Haven't walked yet, and old Blanca's roaming around out here. And if y'all watch my short that I put out yesterday, that's that pole that Buzzard was sitting on. So he finally decided to leave. So at the base of the pole, you don't see Hank sitting there anymore. Hank's over there guarding the front door of the house. So anyway, guys, peace out. Stay blessed. Stay positive. Have a happy weekend this weekend before Thanksgiving. There's people out there on the streets that help them out if you can. You know, help somebody out. Give them a hand. It should be year-round, not just certain seasons. So, from the Geezer and Blanca, till the next time. Bye-bye, guys.